What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh man, what a day, what a day, what a day. I tell you. It's been one of those days where you're just like, man, it has come and gone. Tuesday's here and Tuesday's gone. Man, 8 o'clock. I just want to stay out here for a little bit. Hopefully somebody drops in. You read the title again. The tough questions, tough answers I need today. Because there's a lot of things that some people don't want to talk about, And here I am, wanting to get some answers. Let me get some here. Awesome. And we'll get some answers around here. And I'll just go off a wind to see what I may be thinking, what I'm experiencing, what I see. Maybe a little self righteousness, I guess. A lot of this stuff is going on. But yeah, there's always something to discuss. There's always something really cool that's really going on. But yeah, this one here is a particular question I want to ask. But before we go there, I just want to give you guys a reminder. Coming up this week, what we have here, we have, let me delete this one here. What do we have going on this week? Yeah, we know. Okay, yeah. So just to remind you guys, Tuesday. We gotta remind you guys. Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Hit up the Party Punisher Show, the podcast, man. You're gonna hear something really cool with your host Prince Sai. Um, he's always got a special guest every week. Always have something great to say, something cool to discuss. There's always something really awesome, bro. And I want you guys to really get on that and subscribe, man. Subscribe. Get his link. It's not gonna cost you anything to support this guy. Trust me. It's not gonna cost you to get the link. It's free. To listen is for free. To support is for free. Guys, you can't mess up with that. You can't mess up with that. Don't mind me. I'm a little dry today. But yeah, I wanted to get a few answers, but it seems like I guess with the time and so I'm not gonna get any answers. But maybe later in the feed, I'll probably get answers about this. And what I'm noticing is that as I go online and I see a lot of these, I guess these DJs that go on and do, they do different things that show what they're doing, um, whether it's their performances, whether it's where they're working at today. It's all different, and it's all different for everyone. Everyone has, as the big thing is that, this is my office for today. It's cool. Excuse me. It's cool. No, don't get me wrong. It's cool. I like to see what people are doing, and it's not bad. But in the mix of all that, in the mix of doing these gigs, in the mix of doing these shows, in the mix of doing all these different things, it seems like most DJs are colliding a lot with their own valid opinion about certain things. And I don't get it as much as I should be getting it, but I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Why are we doing that? Maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's a thing that people go through, or something that people want to, I don't know, just put on their own opinion on certain things. And it's sad that we got to go through that. It's sad that in situations like this that we go through, we go through people that I guess have their own way of thinking based on who they are and what they do. And it's insane that that a lot of us fall into that category. Even myself, I fall myself into that category where I think I may be better than the next person. I think I'm a better, whether you're a better performer, better artist, whatever it may be. Sometimes we get our feelings caught up in this, and then what happens? We fall into this trap of self righteousness, and it's hard. But as I scroll and I see a lot of these postings, I wanted to know, and this is the big thing. I wanted to know that as a DJ, or as I'll go that direction as a DJ. As a DJ, what is it that makes, I'm not going to say, I want to say this lightly. What is it that makes you think, or if you do think that if someone is speaking to you, or if someone's saying something to you, or because you're up there, or let's say they have a request, or they want a request and at a place, it seems like there's no sort of common courtesy. There's a blatant like no whatever kind of thing, and it's tough because as a DJ, I thought there was a profession. I thought that you have to have more class in that. I'm just speaking on the outside. Do you know? Is that awareness of that? Are we aware of people discussing or people doing that? You know, asking for some sort of play this song, play that song, or be this type of way. You know, it's to me, it seems like it's gone to a point where the art of DJing has become more of a sport where people put their own emotions onto it, where they don't feel like they don't have to do anything for anyone, or people are annoying with requests, or they want you to play a certain type of song, or it's all kinds of different things. Also, people saying, well, don't take the bottom of the barrel, you know, don't charge or this that like, I understand, I truly understand in the mix of all that yes, at the end of the day, we're trying to make money, yes, and we are using our talent for that. But at the same time, I believe that there's a certain way or a certain degree of doing things, as in how professionalism, how to treat people, how to talk to people, how to be courteous to people. I think it's all about how you can do things in a certain way, like corrective criticism, instead of bashing someone, or instead of telling people what to do, or don't tell me what to do kind of attitude. It's kind of like, it's really it kind of, it sidetracks a person. Like, man, you're here playing music and putting it together and making it sound great and stuff like that, but then you have an attitude because someone has maybe asked for something, or maybe just stuff like that. And sometimes I think there's some type of professionalism in that. At the same time, where people are not doing, they're just really being kind of mean about stuff, and that's terrible. Where people are just acting mean about stuff like that, and it's silly. It's truly silly that we fall into that place where things are silly, or things are serious, where we have to act a certain way. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. But at the end of the day, we really gotta put our heads together in this. Do we have to have an attitude? Do we have to be a certain way? I mean, it can go either way. I don't know. But the question I've always want to know, and I'll put it up here so you guys can see. And this is my bottom. Okay, so why or do DJs have ego problems? Do they put their pride ahead of their work, or do they put their work ahead of their pride? And this is the question why I wanted to know, because I've never seen, I've seen the ups and everything's great in the music, but I'm talking about the downs and stuff. Are we getting personal, or are we getting it in such a way? I don't know. Are we do we have ego problems because we're the best and we don't need anybody, or do we have egos because I'm better than you kind of attitude, or self-righteousness? Which is it? Like, which is it? Because honestly, I don't know. I truly don't know. Are we humble enough? Can we give corrective criticism? I don't know. Are we acting Christ-like? Are we saying, we thank God for X, Y, and Z, but at the same time, you're acting a certain way that contradicts what you're doing. It's kind of, it's hard. It's hard to really put into place. Because I always put it like this, and this is how and maybe you guys maybe disagree with me, but I want you to really think about this one. All right, I want you to think about this one. and I might get flack for it. I mean, not. I'm just telling you how I feel, and I'm just telling you what I think. So the question, the thing is why or do DJs have ego problems? And they'll go into the situation where, and correct me if I'm wrong, that I don't know, that I work hard for this, or I do this, and I practice every single day for this, and this, that, and the other thing. Great, I understand that, and we all do that. Maybe I do it too. You know, I practice and work hard for something. But we have to understand as well where that's coming from. So I'll always look at it at a spiritual godly view, where if you're telling me, thank God for X, Y, and Z, thank God for the opportunities, thank God for teaching me this, thank God for the skill that He has given me, yes, I agree with you. But why do I have to pay for a gift that was given to you by God? Think about it. If you have a gift that God has given you, why are you charging me for that gift if you wasn't charged with that gift? These are the things where we talk about, you know. And granted, I know it's a business, and sometimes you guys do love this as a business, but at the same time, there's a place for professionalism. There's a place for courtesy. There's a place for all certain things, certain types of people that say, listen, I understand I'm playing this music, but at the moment, I'm sorry. I'm playing X, Y, and Z. I'm playing this kind of format because this is what I'm paid for to do. I'm here to entertain you guys. You know, I'm not here for a request. You know, something like that. And not to turn around and go on social media and whatnot and say, you know, oh, these people are asking me X, Y, and Z, and asking for a request and stuff like that, and I'm dubbing them, and I'm not doing that. Well, there's a certain way of doing things, and I'm learning this as well, where corrective criticism, no matter how you look at it, has to be corrected, has to be done a certain way, because as a spiritual man or as a man of God, would you want that done to, you know, how would be the other way around? You know, you're asking for, and I'm just going out there, you're asking for salvation, or you're asking for God to forgive you, and you're asking God for this and that. Do you think that in a Christ-like attitude, that if being treated as if you were some side person and make you feel some type of way is fair, versus you being that person that's listening to the person that's asking for a request, that's asking for something, and instead of being Christ-like and said, I'm sorry, I can't do that, we turn around and say, yeah, whatever, and we just keep on going. And then at the end of the day, we'll start posting stuff like that. I don't think that's professionalism. I don't think that's the way of going. I don't think that's appropriate, as they say, you know, just like that, you know. I don't think you would like that done to you versus you do it to them. And I think because of this ego thing where we feel like as if we have these egos and we can do all these different things, we're able to do it. And I don't think that's really cool about that. And, you know, that's my opinion, you know, and I know I want later on, I want you guys to tell me what you think and stuff like that. And that way I have an understanding. I'm not bashing you. I'm not getting at you. I just want to get an understanding of this is how I look at things, and this is how you may look at things. And if we can come to a common ground, stuff like that, then it's understanding. But yeah. Oh, who's on tonight? Oh, what's going on? Oh, the question's down below, brother. It's about, you know, we're talking about, you know, why DJs have ego problems, and, you know, and a lot of them do have it. And ego is a bad way of doing things. That's what the question was, you know, of having egos and stuff like that. But I appreciate you, Mario, for coming down. It's just one of those things, you know. It's just one of those things where people have egos and think they're entitled to a lot of things and can treat people a certain way, and at the same time, I don't think people would want to be treated that way as well. You know, that's the thing where I look at it. You know, I would always say, what would Jesus do in this situation? Would you want to be treated that way? Would you be like, hey, like, can you play something? And you're like, no, 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 that's all right, and act really, really, really self-righteous, as they say. Or are we gonna do the right thing and be like, I'm sorry, I can't do that, and be honest with the person instead of, regardless of the situation, regardless how they are, regardless of either they're drunk or whatnot, it's simple, no, I'm sorry, can't do it. Being kind, like as they say, killing them with kindness is the thing to do. And that's the thing where we're not doing. We're not doing that at all. We're just being blatantly rude to people. And that's something that I just I don't vibe with. That's not for me. That's really not for me. That's not really for me, but it is what it is, as they say. It is what it is. People like request. You're playing music. I'm gonna be like this. You're playing other people's music. It's not like you own this music. And yes, I understand you're doing the art form, you're putting it together, but you're not playing your music. You're playing other people's music, and that's why they feel as that you can play a certain song for them, because that's what we're doing. Unless you're being paid to do a certain thing. Like, what is the criteria? Are you not supposed to do that? Are you not supposed to take requests? Are you not? Or are you just there just to play other people's music to entertain the people? Is that what the criteria is? And are you willing to explain that to people when they come towards to you and say, oh, can you play something? Instead of being rude and stuff like that, say, no, you can't do that. And that's the thing where I don't see it. I don't see it, why people are acting like that. But I just wanted to come on real quick and just talk about that. It's just, these things that are going on. But I believe, let me see if I can catch him on. Let me see. Yeah, so Mike Scott is on tonight. Mike Scott. Let's get on to, let's see what he's going on. Let's show his comment and see what he says. See what he says. Let's see what he says. Hopefully you'll see my message. And I always like to listen to good music. Let's give him a little love, see what he says. Okay. You guys, you can always go to Mike Scott. He's playing good music. He's got the background. I definitely wouldn't want to work with him. Get his look real good and get it all together. This is the thing I'm talking about. Real good music. All right. Let's see if he catches on. There you go.
Absolutely. Why do you think I put it on?
Oh, nice.
Man, Cruz, I appreciate the Cruz got me on his show right now, man. Look, Mama, I made it. I'm dancing.
Myra, that's very true.
Cruz,
that's very
my
true.
guy, Cruz 704, man. My Cruz, my guy. Cruz 704, man. He done shared my video, man. Cruz. Angie on this thing right here, man. My folks, my people getting on this thing right now. I was almost done. Let's go, folks.
Yeah, that's very true on this part, Mario. In some venues, they'll take requests. In some places, only allow certain things, and that's understandable, But there's, like I said, that I think there's a certain way of explaining this to people, versus just being blatantly rude, to people. It's just, this is the thing where I'm just like, man, some people are just rude, like really, 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 really rude about about what they do, and feel some type of way about, I don't have to play what you have to play, and just feel entitled. And that's, to me, that's a huge problem, and I don't, that's not for me. That's not for me. I'm not that kind of person. But, there are people that are out there who have gained much respect from being honest versus not being honest at all and just lying to a person. And that's the truth, that's the problem. But, it is what it is, man. I truly believe what you say is on point, and I appreciate you coming on and saying that. And they'll see this. They'll definitely see what you have put up, and they need to read it and understand. Granted, there are people that will say different. They'll say otherwise. But, man, it's crazy. It's truly, truly crazy. I'm trying to get these knuckleheads just to just to talk to me. Sometimes there's an issue with that. But I always show love, man. No matter what, I always show kind of some sort of love. Let's see. It's always something. But, it is what it is. Can't fake the funk. It is what it is. We just got to continue to show love and support for one another, but at the same time, that's my boy. Oh, wow. What's going on with him, man?
I also want to thank Apple, though, for announcing they're going to invest $500 billion in our country. That's the biggest investment anybody's probably made to this date. And they're going to do it very quickly, and that's because of tariffs. They don't want to pay the tariffs, and they feel very strongly about the country. Now, they wouldn't have done it without us. Without the Trump administration, they wouldn't have done it. But they feel very strongly about the direction of the country. The polls have shown that, too. The polls are coming out.
Man, I start talking about politics, people are going to start coming off my show. I know that for a fact when I start talking about politics. I don't know. What do you think, man? I mean, I'm going to get so much flack. So I'm going to get so much flack for it, man. Yeah. So Mario's always on point, man. I appreciate you. There's a certain handle it in every situation. But in all honesty, some may just not care and are engrossed with their own success when there's nothing. Yep, you're right. You are right. You are absolutely right. Listen. Oh my goodness, I tell you. What do you think, man? If I put on some politics, you think I'll get flack for it?
You'd have the biggest tax increase ever. So the House has a bill and the Senate has a bill, and I'm looking at them both, and I'll make decisions. But I don't know where they are.
So far, he said that
doing very well, and
Apple has invested, I think, a certain $1 billion into the
each one of
the
them
U.S.
has things that I like. So we'll see if we can
it's all about business, man. That's how you have to handle the country.
Can you clarify, hopefully once and for all, what your expectations are with this email to federal employees? What are you going to use that information for? And do you see it as voluntary, like OPM has said, or mandatory?
Well, it's somewhat voluntary, but it's also, if you don't answer, I guess you get fired. What it really is, do people exist? We have this massive government with millions of people, and nobody knows who's working for the government, who's not. So what they're doing is they're sending out a letter to everybody, and they're saying, what were the things you did last week?
Yeah.
I guess they ask for 5. And if people are working, it's easy. I could tell you 5 things I did last week. I could tell you 5 things I did 6 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
If they're there and they're working, they're able to say they did 5 things during work. That means they're working and they're with us and they have no...
I tell you, man, this guy is something else, man. I can honestly say this is something else. But I always like to go on and show love and support for what's going on. For my people, man. For my people that know what's up, man. What's going on? What is going on? Let me see if I can do this. If I can actually share my show. Let's see if I can do that, because it'll be cool.
Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We did it. Had a couple mix-ups on the flights and this and that and the third, but we did it. So Well, we proved to ourselves, man, if we really put our mind to it, we can do it. If we really put our mind to it, we can do it. We ain't balling, we ain't the richest folks in the world, but we settled down.
So yeah,
right.
so I just wanted to come out real quick,
We
just to
stuck
get
to it.
some
We
sort
didn't
of
go overboard. We didn't just go all out.
just some more idea what what you guys think. I thank you, Mario, so much for your support and everything. But yeah, we're going in a different direction with this. We're definitely going in a different direction with this. And I want you guys to be a head up. I want to know what the good time is. What is a good time to go on? I want to get your people's point of view, your thoughts, stuff like that, just to get it out there, man, so people can hear you guys. You guys have a voice, such a voice, and I don't want you guys to miss out. So let's give that. Sorry about that. I had to scratch my foot. Excuse me. I had a burp too. I'm so rude in this show. I'll be honest. I'm so damn rude, bro. But yeah, I just wanted to get out there and just to get a feedback, see what you guys think. What else you think is good for the show. What else you think is really brings value to it. So we can get some eyes on this, man. Let's get this eyes on it. It's about that time, guys. It's about that time. Just working out the kinks. But yet again, man, thank you so much for coming on, even if it's for a little time. But when you guys watch this, give me your idea. What is it with the ego thing? What is it, man? Is it the request thing? Is it the music thing? What gives you some sort of ego trip? If there is an ego trip, or is just being annoying people. But at the same time, you're there to entertain the people. So you can't be annoyed and entertain the people at the same time. I just don't get it. But give me shoot out to me and tell me what you think. I'm Crew 704. This is Off the Deck. Man, I should have came on a little earlier, but things happen. All right. As always, have a good night. Stay blessed. See you tomorrow.